The kakapo, also known as the owl parrot, is one of the world's most unusual and rarest birds. Native to New Zealand, this large, flightless parrot is critically endangered, with a population of fewer than 200 individuals, all carefully monitored and protected. Known for its vibrant green feathers with yellow and brown mottling, the kakapo blends well into its forest habitat. Unlike most parrots, the kakapo is nocturnal and has a distinctly owl-like face, with forward-facing eyes and disc-shaped feathers around its face that help to funnel sound, giving it excellent hearing in the dark. Its name, Kakapo, is derived from the Maori language, meaning night parrot, a fitting name for this elusive creature. One of the most striking characteristics of the kakapo is its inability to fly. Its wings are small relative to its body size, and it has a heavy build, weighing up to 9 pounds, which makes it one of the heaviest parrots in the world. Instead of flying, the kakapo is an excellent climber, using its strong legs and wings to ascend trees. After climbing, it glides down from branches rather than taking full flight. Its large, muscular legs allow it to move quickly on the ground and even jog at a surprising speed. This terrestrial lifestyle, while unique among parrots, makes the kakapo vulnerable to predators such as stoats, cats, and rats, species that were introduced to New Zealand and have had a devastating impact on native wildlife. The kakapo has a long lifespan, possibly one of the longest for birds, with some individuals living over 90 years. This longevity, however, is paired with a slow reproductive rate. Kakapos do not breed every year. Instead, they have a unique breeding cycle linked to the availability of a particular fruit, the rimu tree fruit, which only becomes abundant every 2 to 4 years. During these mast years, the females will lay eggs, typically producing 1 to 4 eggs per clutch. Kakapo females raise their young alone, as the species practices a rare form of mating behavior called lekking. Males gather in specific locations and create large, bowl-shaped depressions in the ground, which they use to amplify their mating calls. These deep, resonant calls, known as booms, can travel several kilometers and attract females to the lek. However, this booming behavior, while impressive, also makes males easier targets for predators, adding to their challenges in the wild. Kakapos are herbivores, feeding on a variety of plants, seeds, fruits, and leaves in their native forest habitat. They have a particularly strong, hooked beak that allows them to crush tough plant materials. Interestingly, kakapos chew food into a paste, leaving behind fibrous balls known as chews around their feeding areas, which are one of the telltale signs of their presence. Their diet is highly specialized, and their health is directly linked to the availability of native plants, making habitat preservation critical to their survival. Due to their vulnerability, kakapos are the focus of one of the most intensive conservation efforts in the world. In the 1970s, the New Zealand Department of Conservation, DOC, initiated the Kakapo Recovery Program, which involves a team of scientists and rangers who monitor every known kakapo around the clock. All existing kakapos now live on predator-free islands, such as Codfish Island and Anchor Island, where conservationists can provide them with food supplements, closely monitor their health, and protect their nests. The level of care and management provided to kakapos is almost unprecedented in conservation, with every bird given a name and a unique identification number, and many even fitted with radio transmitters to track their movements and activities. Despite the extensive conservation efforts, the kakapo population faces many challenges. Inbreeding is a concern due to the small population size, which can lead to health issues and low fertility rates. To combat this, conservationists have introduced genetic management strategies, including artificial insemination and selective breeding, to increase genetic diversity within the population. However, the species' slow reproductive rate and dependence on the rimu fruit make population recovery a long-term effort. Additionally, Kakapo chicks and eggs are particularly vulnerable to predation and mishaps. Conservationists sometimes intervene by hand-rearing chicks when needed, though they prefer to let the females raise their young when conditions are safe. Kakapos have also shown remarkable intelligence and curiosity toward humans. Conservationists working with kakapos have observed that these birds exhibit distinct personalities. Some are known to be playful, approaching humans with apparent curiosity, while others are more reserved. Their vocalizations are varied, including a mix of grunts, booms, and chortles, and they are known to mimic environmental sounds. In recent years, the kakapo has gained international fame, partly due to the popularity of Sirocco, a particularly charismatic kakapo, who has served as an ambassador for the species, helping to raise awareness of their conservation needs worldwide. The plight of the kakapo highlights the impact of introduced predators on native wildlife, and the delicate balance of island ecosystems. Without natural mammalian predators, kakapos evolved to be ground-dwelling and flightless, traits that became disadvantageous with the arrival of humans and their accompanying animals. The story of the kakapo's near extinction and ongoing recovery underscores the importance of conservation programs that protect vulnerable species and preserve biodiversity. As New Zealand continues to make efforts to eradicate invasive species from its islands, there is hope that kakapos may one day roam more freely in their native habitat. In many ways, the kakapo is a symbol of resilience, facing extraordinary odds in its fight for survival. Its unique adaptations, intriguing behavior, and cultural significance to the Maori people make it a beloved icon of New Zealand's wildlife. With continued conservation efforts and a commitment to protecting its habitat, there is hope that this remarkable night parrot will continue to recover and perhaps even thrive once again in the wild. The kakapo's story serves as a reminder of the importance of protecting endangered species and the role of dedicated conservation work in giving a future to creatures that would otherwise be lost forever.